Hey guys, so I just checked out my YouTube statistics. I'm over 2,000 views. That is an amazing feeling. This channel is growing, my sub count is growing, and more people are upvoting, which is a good sign. And I'm gonna keep it up, guys. I'm very excited where the direction this channel is going. So please keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing, and I'll keep the content coming. It's a great symbiotic effect. You know what I mean? So, just to show my appreciation, I'm going to share with you details about my life. Who is Mayhem? Why did I start YouTubing? What do I do outside of YouTube? So let's go from there. So I was born in a remote location called Azores, Portugal. I was an army brat. Lived there, for about a year of my life. Then we moved to Turkey, Izmir, Turkey, for a little bit, and then we moved to the States. Um, I lived in Atlanta, Georgia for a little bit. I lived in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, which is in the middle of Mark Twain National Forest, also known as Fort Lost in the Woods. Yeah, you don't want to live there, guys. Don't. Missouri is awful. I hate Missouri. If you're from there, I'm sorry, but I hate Missouri. I never plan to go back there. That place is just terrible. It's even sounds like misery. God damn. From there, I moved to Charlottesville to live with my family for a little bit so my dad could figure out a place to live. He had gotten out of the military, so I was about 6 at the time, and then finally we moved to Central Florida where I spent most of my life. Um, I had a pretty normal childhood. I went to the YMCA, their after school program, and also their summer camp growing up. Had a normal elementary school experience. Um, and then middle school, and then high school. In high school, or in middle school too, I was really chubby and awkward. I slowly became, or gradually became, less awkward as time went on. I was heavily into like Dragon Ball Z and, um, as you can see behind me, Marvel superheroes. My favorite being Iron Man, and I love the X-Men as well. Um, I was in band. I was in marching band. I played bass clarinet from sixth grade to 12th grade. So it was just something I like to do, something to pass the time. So I wasn't going to school every day hating life. I picked up weightlifting my junior year because my guidance counselor said, "Hey man, just take more gym classes. You don't need to burden yourself with more academics." That should illustrate to you what I was like as a student. I was pretty smart, but I just didn't apply myself in school, and I just didn't see a point. So I was community college bound, so whatever. Um, so yeah, I picked up weightlifting, and I really enjoyed it. And after I graduated, I started going to Planet Fitness, and from there I realized Planet Fitness fucking sucks. So I went to LA Fitness. Um, Let me see. I've held 3 jobs before coming into the military. I worked at a movie theater when I was 15. Actually, I started when I was 15. Got out when I was 16 because I was laid off because the theater actually shut down. It was bought by a place called Full Sail University. They're like a multimedia uh, video game graphic design school, and they bought out the movie theater to showcase their productions, but they never did that. They just bought the property, and it's just sitting there now rotting. Like there's nothing inside of that theater. They haven't I don't even think they went inside of it. I mean, they could have to look around and stuff, but I think they realized when they bought the property, this place has a lot more problems than it's worth. It probably had a lot of mold or something like that. So it was just a lost cause. From there, I went to Regal Cinemas. I worked there for about 3.5 years. I was fired, but it was okay because I had a second job. I worked at a grocery store, and I worked there for about 5 years. So in the middle of working at the movie theater, or sorry, in the middle of working in the movie theater, I got a job, second job, because I just needed more money to help pay for school and stuff like that. And from there, I worked there for about 3.5 years. Actually, no, I actually worked at the grocery store for 5 years. Sorry, I'm getting everything mixed up, guys, but doing this, while talking in front of a camera is pretty hard. Okay, so I worked at the. Give me a second. I worked at the grocery store for 5 years. I was a bagger, and then I became a cashier, And then I moved departments. I became a grocery clerk, which is the stock clerks, people who stock groceries and stuff like that. Got bored of that, so I became a deli person. I could do it all, ladies and gentlemen. I was multi-talented, and then I stuck with deli because I really liked deli. I made sandwiches. I fried chicken, as stereotypical as that sounded. Yeah, I fried chicken. Sliced meat, cheeses, all that good stuff. And that was a fun job. I enjoyed it. Like I really enjoyed it. Really, really fun people. If I got out of the military, I would probably go back because it was a fun job. Grueling, but fun. Um, and then in 2014, I got the idea that I wanted to do law enforcement. So I took the CJBAT, the Criminal Justice Basic Abilities Test, and I passed. But they said, okay, that'll be $4,600 to come to the police academy, and I was just like, I don't have that kind of money. They offered things like sponsorship recruiting, but the precincts I wanted to work at were not offering that at the time. So I didn't have a choice. I was just like, all right, well, it's either I'm going to be working at this grocery store for the rest of my life or I'm going to join the military. And so I went to an Army recruiter, and at the time, I was 286 pounds. And I lost 100 pounds, long story short. And they wanted to sign me up for a job I didn't want to do. So I was just like, no thanks. I'll do something else. So I went to the Air Force. And, same thing. I had a high score on the ASVAB, so they were willing to work with me more than the Army. Not much better, but a little better. They were a little nicer about it. Went to MEPS, went to basic, went to tech school, and here I am. So that's pretty much my life and why I'm here. So let me talk about why I decided going on YouTube. So back in 2010, I was a cashier, and I was talking with a friend, and I basically said, you know what? I'm pretty good at public speaking. Maybe I should do a YouTube channel just for fun, just to see where it goes. That was my first YouTube channel. Yes, I'm not new to this. I had a channel called I Am Oblivion. My first video was talking about the Goku versus Superman argument. That Screw Attack, they put out the YouTuber Screw Attack, they put out a video saying how Superman would beat Goku, and I thought it was utter bullshit. That video actually got over 2,000 views originally, and I was really proud of that. So I kept making it. As I started doing YouTube, I discovered YouTubers like The Amazing Atheist, Mr. Epsilon, Onision. As time went on, I discovered their YouTube drama, and I thought it was absolutely fascinating. From there, I discovered Undertaker Freak 1127, friend of mine, Some Guy 827, Shelby X Pones. Let me think for a minute. I Must Destroy All, Vlog Rays, etc., etc. And I found this whole skeptic community, and I was just like, whoa, there's a lot of you guys, and they do the exact same shit. They all just talk in front of a camera, and they got thousands of views, and some of them are even making money. So I actually started trying to interact with some of these guys. I got on Tumblr, and Mr. Epsilon, he probably doesn't remember this shit, but he called me an asshat on Tumblr. I don't remember the exact reason why, but he called me an asshat. I tried to talk to The Amazing Atheist, or I commented on something The Amazing Atheist posted on Facebook, and I got banned from his channel on Facebook, or his page. I asked Girl Does Rant how to, how to edit videos, and she gave me some tips, some pointers. Shelby X Pones, I asked for her advice as well on how to make content and do stuff like that. Take Shot Action is another person I've interacted with in the past. So yeah, I'm not a stranger to the skeptic community. I'm also not a stranger to the ranter community. So I'm not new to this, guys. It's just this is a new channel, and I've kind of had a hiatus since I was in basic and tech school, and I got rid of my other channel because I felt like my other channel was just lacking something. I just wanted a fresh start, so that's why I started this one. But yeah, guys, so that's why I do YouTube. I hope to be here for a lot longer and do a lot more content, and I'm actually going to open this up to a Q&A and suggestions thing in the comments. If there's something you want me to talk about, or maybe a product you want me to review, maybe a current event you want me to talk about, maybe something in politics, maybe something in YouTube that's going on you want me to talk about, maybe a sport that you're into, like this past Mayweather versus um, Conor McGregor fight. If you want me to talk about that, just give me something to work with, and I'll make content that you guys want to see. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk about what interests me. So guys, again, I want to thank you guys so much for viewing my content. I want to thank you guys so much for supporting me this far, and I hope you guys will support me in the future. I'm gonna continue making content come hell or high water. I'm not gonna stop whether my subscribers go down or up, or my views go down or up. I'm simply here for fun. But the fact that you guys like my channel, that's a big boost to my confidence, and I'm gonna continue. Thank you guys. This is the Mayhem signing out. Peace out.